Welcome back. We want to talk a little bit today about what the president did vis-a-vis illegal immigration. Now, you might ask yourself, are you talking about Barack Hussein Obama 2011 or Barack Hussein Obama 2012? Because there's two different people who have two 180-degree opposed opposite viewpoints. Less than a year ago, 11 months and change, the President of the United States, addressing a primarily Hispanic audience, said, and I quote, "I'd like to just do this. I'd like to wave the magic wand. I'd like to sign an executive order and just do this, but I can't. It's not legal. I don't have that power." And then, just last Friday, the president discovered that power. Woo! He signed an executive order. Basically, he didn't even sign an executive order. He told the people at ICE, Naturalization, Immigration, and Department of Homeland Security that we're going to selectively enforce the law. Now, first and foremost, it's important to realize that this president has systematically disobeyed the Constitution more than any other president in modern American history, in American history. This man has systematically, by his own standard, broken the law. This isn't right-wing Terry in Arizona saying Barack Hussein Obama violated the law. Barack Hussein Obama, by his own statement in 2011, less than a year ago, said that the president doesn't have the authority to unilaterally change the law. He correctly identified the U.S. Congress as the place where this change had to take place. So what do we have the President of the United States engaged in? He's engaged in lawlessness. Unless you think, and I'm sure some of our friends on the left go, well, this is just the way you play politics. The G20 summit showed the reaction of the rest of the world to President Obama. Putin looked at him like he was a third grader. The other members in the G20, especially the European members, rolled their eyes in derision when he spoke about the leadership of the United States. One of the problems that the president can bring on himself is to systematically violate U.S. law and then to turn to other people and say, well, of course you have to obey the law. Once the president lets the cat out of the bag, once the emperor's clothes are no longer visible, it becomes very, very difficult to speak to others, to lecture others about obeying the law and abiding by international legal principles. Can you say Syria? It is very, very difficult to stand up in front of a group of your peers, that is the leaders of other nations, and expect them to obey laws or standards of conduct that are conducted on an international basis when you systematically violate the laws of your own country. If you saw Putin looking at Obama at the G20, you saw absolute disrespect and derision. At this moment, as we speak, Russia's sending warships to their port in Syria to support their puppet nation Syria. What's President Obama doing? He's issuing an order of executive privilege to prevent Attorney General Holder from admitting to the Congressional Oversight Committee what happened in Fast and Furious. The President of the United States, who on his resume claimed to be a constitutional legal scholar, a constitutional professor, a professor of constitutional law, is absolutely ignorant of what Article 1 of the Constitution says. And by the way, it doesn't take very long to open the Constitution up and read it and see what Article 1 says, or what Article 2 or Article 3 says. The president lacks constitutional authority to selectively enforce the laws of the United States. And I just want to add a personal note here for 1 second about this. Many times when I've spoken about immigration, we get these blistering replies about, oh, you're a racist, you're this, you're that. I go to Mexico. I've gone to Mexico on several occasions with my church to help people in Mexico. Nothing is more damaging to the Mexican people than to allow the United States to be a pressure valve to basically absorb the policy failures of the socialist failure of the government of Mexico. You want to keep harming people in Mexico? Let them cross the border over here for economic opportunity and send money back to Mexico and keep supporting a failed system. I've seen with my own eyes, with my own experience, with my own church efforts, I've seen the failure of socialist Mexico. Every single sanctuary city person is allowing a corrupt Mexican government run by the drug cartels to continue to harm the Mexican people. Edward Abbey was one of my favorite environmental authors. He used to say every illegal alien who crosses the border, we ought to put him on a mule with a 50 caliber machine gun and 10,000 rounds of ammunition and point him toward Mexico City. God bless Ed Abbey. Thanks for listening today, folks. God bless you. Contact every member in your congressional delegation and tell them the president has overstepped his constitutional boundaries and you want action and you want it now. Save our country while we still can.